Hi, this is your host. And as we do these videos, sometimes there are people who are so creative, so talented that it kind of makes the rest of us feel a little bit inadequate. And in the case of today's subject, that is definitely true. Meet Leonardo da Vinci, a true Renaissance man and somebody who was way ahead of his time. And what made him so unique was the fact that he was able to write with one hand while drawing with the other. So today we're going to look at some of his drawings and writings and see how he was able to do this. Now, before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe. We would love to have you join the family. So the fact that Leonardo da Vinci was ambidextrous is well known. There's no question about that. However, we don't know exactly when he started writing with his right hand or if he was just more comfortable writing with his left. Most people say that he was more comfortable writing with his left hand, but it looks like he used both hands equally. We do know that most of the drawings that he did were done with his right hand, but he wasn't just a drawer. He was also a writer and an inventor and a scientist and a mathematician and an engineer and a sculptor and a musician. I mean, the guy could do it all. One of the things that really stands out when you look at his drawings is that they're not just simple drawings. They're very detailed and very precise. And this is probably because he was a scientist and an inventor first. He was always looking for ways to improve his drawings and to make them more realistic. For example, in this drawing of a demon, you can see that the shading is very precise and detailed. The same is true of this drawing of an angel. What is interesting about this drawing is that it's one of the few that he did of an angel. And in this drawing, you can see that he using his left hand to shade the angel and his right hand to draw the outline. Another thing that stands out about his drawings is the way that he drew hands. He was very precise in the way that he drew hands and feet, and he was able to capture the way that they move and twist and turn. This is especially evident in this drawing of an old man's hand. You can see how the hand is twisted and the fingers are curled. It's just such a lifelike drawing that it almost looks like the old man's hand is reaching out to grab you. He was also a master of perspective, and he was able to create drawings that were incredibly detailed and still look like they had depth and dimension. This is especially evident in this drawing of a woman's face. You can see how he's used shading to give the woman's face depth and dimension. The highlight of the drawing is the woman's eyes. They seem to be looking directly at you, and they have a depth and realism that is truly amazing. One of the things that makes Leonardo da Vinci drawings so special is the fact that he was able to write with one hand while drawing with the other. This is something that most people can't do. In fact, most people are only able to write with one hand or to draw with one hand, but he was able to do both at the same time. This is evident in this drawing of a musician. You can see that he using his left hand to write music notes while his right hand is drawing the musician. This is an incredible feat because it shows that he was able to coordinate his hands perfectly. In addition to being ambidextrous, Leonardo da Vinci was also a true polymath. He was a master of many different disciplines, and he was able to use his knowledge of science, mathematics, and engineering to create drawings that were incredibly detailed and realistic. So the next time you sit down to draw, take a little bit of inspiration from Leonardo da Vinci. Don't be afraid to experiment and to push yourself. And remember, practice makes perfect. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments. Also, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Thanks for watching.